نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قيل يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من أسعد الناس بشفاعتك يوم القيامة رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. يا رب صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. ربي زدني علما. My respected elders, young brothers, friends, mothers and sisters, with the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are sitting at this very moment in his house, in the masjid, and we have become Allah's guest by being in the masjid. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the ability and tawfiq to sit in the circle of hadith of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My respected elders and young brothers, I just read a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in which he was asked a question by a sahabi, a very famous sahabi, Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, in which he said, it was said to Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, who is most fortunate with your intercession on the day of judgment, O Prophet of Allah? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, those who say La ilaha illallah sincerely from their heart. My respected elders and young brothers, the intercession of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will be on the day of judgment in many forms. And our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has, in one hadith, it is mentioned, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that the pulpits of gold will be placed for Anbiya alayhim salatu salam in the plane of resurrection, and each and every pulpit will be seated by every Nabi, and there will be one pulpit which will be empty, and that very pulpit will be mine. I will not sit on that pulpit until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides to send my ummah into paradise. In one hadith, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said to the Sahaba Ikram, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me the choice between intercession and or entering half of my ummah, my followers, into paradise without count and without punishment. So the Sahaba Ikram said to Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, which one you chose, O Prophet of Allah? He said, I chose intercession. In one hadith, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, every Nabi, although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted the du'as of the Anbiya alayhim salatu wasalam, no doubt in this, but Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says in a hadith that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given a special dua to every Nabi. And every Nabi was ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh my Prophet, oh my Messenger, this is a special dua for you. You can ask me of anything you want and you wish. Every Nabi who was given a choice to make a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who was given a special dua, he made a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But I have preserved that dua for the day of judgment. Inni ikhtaba'tu da'wati shafa'ati ummati. I have left a dua. I did not make that special dua in this dunya. And I have preserved it for the day of Akhirat, and on the day of judgment I will intercede for my followers. The intercession of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be in many forms. And there are many levels of Prophet intercession on the Day of Judgment. One intercession of Prophet ﷺ will be general for everyone, for the believers and the non-believers. And that will be when all the makhluk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will gather in the plane of resurrection, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will delay the reckoning, and the sun will be above their heads, just about 1 mile away from the heads, and people will be sweating and they will be drowning in their sweats, and people will be running here and there, and they will not able to bear the heat of the sun on that day, and they will discuss with one another, is there anyone who can intercede on our behalf to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decide and let him throw us into hellfire. We cannot take this heat. Just to imagine, if they couldn't take the heat of the in the plane of resurrection, what will happen in the Jahannam? So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cast in their minds, and they will go to Adam ala Nabina alayhi salatu wasalam, and they will say to Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, you Abul Bashar, you are the father of the entire humanity. You make a dua to Allah, you intercede on our behalf. We can't take this heat. Tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to decide and just to start reckoning us and take our accounts, so that whether He wants to send us to Jannat or Jahannam. Let us, we can't take this heat. Adam alayhi salatu wasalam will say to the people, I'm not able to do this. I'm not in a position to intercede on your behalf today. So they say, where should we go then? He will say to them, go to Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. And the people will move, and they will go to Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, and they will say to Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, you make a dua and you intercede on our behalf. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam will reply, I'm not able for this. I'm not in a position to do this. Go to Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Hazrat Ibrahim, they will come to the Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and they will say to Hazrat Ibrahim, you make intercession on our behalf. He will say, no, I'm not in a position. I cannot make an intercession to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala today. And then he will refer it to Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu. Go to Musa alayhi nabina alayhi salatu wasalam. They will say to Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, you spoke to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are Kalimullah, and you intercede on our behalf. He will say, no, I cannot do this. Go to Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, and he will intercede on your behalf. They will come to Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, and they will say to Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, you used to revive the dead ones, and so you intercede on our behalf. He will say, I cannot do this. So they will say, where should we go? He will say, go to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He is the personality who will able to intercede on your behalf today. Now the question rises here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He cast in their minds, go to Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and then Adam referred them to Ibrahim and Nuh alayhi salam, and Nuh referred them to Hazrat Ibrahim, and Ibrahim to Musa, and Musa to Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. The question rises in their mind, why did Allah not in the first place cast in their mind, go to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he will intercede? The reason behind this was, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to show to the whole humanity in the plane of resurrection that this is the only personality who can stand before me and intercede on behalf of people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to show the status of Prophet, how high his status is in my court, in my eyes. So for this very reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in their mind, go to Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and then they went to Adam and Nuh and Ibrahim and Musa and Hazrat Isa, and then they came to Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he says, then I will prostrate before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for 1 week. I will remain in the sajda for 1 week. And I will keep on praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the sajda. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will, after 1 week, Allah will subhanahu wa ta'ala say to me, Irfa ra'asak ya Muhammad, O Muhammad, you raise your head. Ishfa to shafa. Today you will intercede and we will accept your intercession. And then Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam will intercede, and Allah will say, Allah, stop the reckoning. People cannot take the heat of this day. So then this is the general intercession of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And there will be another intercession, and that will be, it will be for his followers. Amongst the followers there will be some, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will intercede that, oh Allah, let them enter paradise without any punishment and without any account. Don't make them accountable for anything. Don't ask them anything. just let them enter paradise without account. There's a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in which he used to make a dua to Allah, Allahumma hasibni hisaban yasira. Make my accounts on the day of judgment very easy. Don't take it too hard for me. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha asked Prophet, what does it mean, O Prophet of Allah, making it a very, a very easy account and easy reckoning. What does it mean, O Prophet of Allah? You always making the dua to Allah that, oh Allah, make my reckoning very easy. He said the reckoning, easy reckoning on the day of the judgment will be, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to every, the book of deeds will be open in front of every person. And Allah will say, Ikra kitabak. Today, you don't need any judge. Just you read the book yourself, your own book, and then you decide about your own self. And you become judge for your own self. Ikra kitabak. And the person, Rasulullah says that, he will, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will look at the book, and there will be, there will be some sins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to the person, the angels, close his book and let him enter paradise. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is the easy reckoning. This is an easy reckoning. And a hard reckoning will be when the book will be opened, and if there's any sin, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks the person, why did you commit this sin? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in a hadith, if Allah on the day of judgment asks any person, any of his servant, why did you commit this sin? Then this person will perish. He will go into hellfire. Then he will not able to escape the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we should always make a dua to Allah that, oh Allah, take our reckoning very easy and make it easy for us on the day of judgment. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will intercede for some of our followers that, oh Allah, let them enter paradise without reckoning, without punishing them, just without asking them anything, without asking them any question, just let them enter paradise. And there will be one intercession of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for a non-believer. Who will be that? Once Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, O Prophet of Allah, your uncle Abu Talib, he supported you on every occasion. Abu Talib, he was there for you. So, he supported you. Will you benefit him on the day of judgment? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, yes. They said, how? He will say, he said, on the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make him wear the shoes of fire. And he will be wearing those shoes. And because of that, his brain will be boiling. His brain will be boiling. And you know what he will be thinking? He will be thinking, I am being given the most highest and the severest punishment in the Jahannam, while he will be given the very lowest punishment. But he will be thinking, I am being given the very severest punishment in the Jahannam, but his punishment will be very lowest one. So Prophet sallallahu, this will be because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And there will be one intercession of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those who will go into paradise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make intercession, oh Allah, give them the highest rank in paradise. Because of Rasulullah sallallahu shafa'at, they will be given highest rank. And I mentioned before, the level of Jannat will be given according to our amals. Our amal, some will be in a high station of Jannat, and some will be in a lower station. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will make intercession for some. Oh Allah, they are my followers. Oh Allah, I ask you to grant them a higher level in Jannat, and they will be given a higher level in Jannat. And there will be one level of Rasulullah intercession, and that will be when the people will be in Jahannam. When the people will be in Jahannam, some Muslim will go into hellfire. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will make intercession to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, they are being punished. I cannot take, I cannot see, and I cannot have this in my mind that they are being punished in the Jahannam. Oh Allah, just reduce the punishment for them. So upon the intercession of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the intercession will be, the punishment will be light, and Allah will make a very light punishment for them. Now Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has mentioned there are so many amals upon which we can gain the intercession of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In one hadith, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, whosoever will send 10 times salutation on me in the morning, 10 times. How many minutes does it take one to say, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Some seconds, no, a minute, seconds. So Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says in a hadith, whosoever will say 10 times, meaning who will read the Sharif 10 times in the morning and 10 times in the evening, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make my shafaat wajib for him. My shafaat wajib for him. Now, who's saying this? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. On the day of judgment, we have, on every step, we commit a sin. On every step, we commit a sin. So why not take advantage of this? And in the morning when we wake up, sometimes, let me clear this. Sometimes shaitan is playing with us. There are so many Muslims, they might not be offering the prayers. They might not be offering prayers. Maybe they are doing some zikr. Sometimes, the shaitan puts in the mind, why are you doing zikr when you're not offering the prayers? Why are you doing zikr of Allah when you're not praying? Praying is fard. This is where the shaitan is deceiving one. If anyone is not praying, I'm not saying that you don't pray, you don't offer the prayers and you just keep on doing zikr. I'm just saying if there are so many believers, they might be doing so many good things, but at the same time, they're not offering the prayers. Shaitan will put in the mind, there are so many Muslims, I've said this before many times, there are so many believers, Hajj is fard on them and they're not doing Hajj. What they think? Or if I do Hajj, then I have to be, proper, a religious man then. I have to keep a beard, I have to offer my 5 prayers. No doubt, as a believer, we have to offer our prayers, whether we go to Hajj or whether we don't go to Hajj. But shaitan is playing with us here now. No, don't go for Hajj. Let me become a religious person, let me start my prayers, and then I will go for my Hajj. Don't let the shaitan play with you. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you wealth and Hajj is fard on you, don't delay. Do not delay. There's a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whosoever upon whom Hajj was fard and he was able to go for Hajj, he could afford to go for Hajj, and without offering the Hajj, without any valid reason, he did not offer the Hajj and he passed away, there is a fear he may die as a Jew or as a Christian. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was saying, he said, in the morning to read 10 times Durood Sharif, salutation on me 10 times, and in the evening 10 times, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make my shafaat wajib for you. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will make shafaat wajib for you. Now let me tell you one thing here now. This here again indication here. If anyone reads Durood Sharif in the morning 10 times, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying my shafaat becomes wajib for him, this is an indication. His shafaat will be for who? For a believer who died on Iman. A believer who died on Iman. Anyone who died on Iman, with Iman, in the state of Iman, then on the day of judgment, Rasulullah will intercede for him. For the kuffar, there will be no intercession. Only the first intercession for general, for everyone. Oh Allah, just start the reckoning. Not for general, not for the kuffar to let them go into paradise. No, just for, oh Allah, just start, don't delay, and just start the reckoning. So, if anyone reads Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has given us a glad tidings, good news, that my shafaat will become wajib on you. What does it mean? Inshallah, this believer will die on Iman. Why? Because Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's shafaat will be for a believer. And on the day of judgment, who will die on Iman, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will do the shafaat for him. So this is an indication that inshallah this believer who read Durood Sharif in the morning 10 times and in the evening 10 times, he will die on Iman. And the hadith, and second thing, after adhan, whosoever will reply to the adhan, and then he reads the dua after adhan, then the shafaat becomes wajib for him. Prophet sallallahu that on the day of judgment, Rasulullah said he will read. He did the dua. He replied to adhan, and then he read the dua after adhan. Then my shafaat will become wajib for him. Again, here indication that this believer, and inshallah, he will also die on iman, because Rasulullah sallallahu gave him the great tidings that he read dua after adhan. My shafaat will become wajib. Then that means he will die on iman, because on the day of judgment for the believers, Rasulullah will make intercession. So my respected elders, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying the most fortunate people on the day of judgment with my intercession are the one who read La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sincerely from the heart, inshallah, for the believers on the day of judgment. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will intercede. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst those for whom Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will intercede on the day of judgment. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.